So ending off the night, we're about to go home, but then Zach had to call and say this is Chiron.
You know what I mean? It's just that classic luck. You know what I mean? Veteran move.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Milestone Motorcars, and today is day number 2 of our Florida trip, and this is where things start to get interesting because I'm about to walk through this door, and the car that's right around the corner is one of the most special cars, one of the most expensive cars ever made. Let me show you this thing. So outside you have some cool stuff, old Jags, old Porsches, Lamborghini Espada. It's pretty rare, you don't see those often, you know. Usually when we talk about nice cars, you know, if we go here, 599 GTO, you know, close to $1 million, 330 also, you know, 7 figures, but 7 figures is nice for a car. 8 is unbelievable for a car, but there's only several cars that might be 9 figures, and right here is one of them. 250 GTO, completely original. This car looks amazing. Right-hand drive, only 39 made. I believe 36 of them are the Gen 1, the Series 1, and then 3 of them are the Series 2. So yeah, you can tell it's a Series 1 by the very narrow grille right here. The Series 2 look a lot flatter. The hood doesn't look as long, so these kind of look more like a GT car, whereas the Series 2, to me at least, look a little bit more like a race car. But this car is fully original. You can tell there used to be like a racing sticker right here. One mirror, no mirror on the driver's side. This thing is so cool. If you look inside, the shifter looks so satisfying to drive. This is just the definition of a classic Ferrari. This is the best of the best. Doesn't really get any better than this. So they just brought in the Espada next to the 250. And honestly, I think I might have seen more 250 GTOs in my life than I have Lamborghini Espadas. That's an actual fact. So purple Espada, and for those of you, which is probably most of you that don't know about the Espada, it is a 4-seater. I don't think Lamborghini's made a 4-seater since, except for the Urus, but it's actually got legroom in the back. It's kind of like a luxury cruiser almost, with this big trunk back window. I mean, it's actually a practical Lamborghini sports car. But yeah, we're next to 250 GTO, and then here, F40, Dino, Daytona, another Daytona. They're just epic stuff here at Milestone Motorcars. This thing looks amazing. I don't know too much about these. I think this is a 365, but I'm not 100% sure. Blue interior, blue car. This is epic. This looks like the funnest car to just whip around in. And next to that is a beautiful Ferrari Daytona. Very nice E-Type with another one right behind it. I believe this is an XK120. 2 very nice Alfa Romeos. This one has a very quirky looking front. Another Daytona. Of course, the yellow Dino and the F40. But man, the front on this one right here is like the most unique, weirdest looking front I've seen on a car, especially with the headlights being kind of like way bigger than the grille. But it looks perfect. So in this room we have this really nice, just brand new restored Ferrari 330. I think they finished this car yesterday. The paint is perfect, the chrome, everything got redone on this car. So everything looks absolutely brand new the way it was supposed to be from the factory. The wheels got refinished. They got pretty much the same tires as factory. The seats look brand new. I mean, everything, the wood, the steering wheel, the gauges. Even for the speakers right here, they had to redo the holes here on the new panel to make it exactly match factory, because this car is going to the Cavallino show tomorrow, and it's got to exactly match what it was for, you know, for the judges, because they know every little detail about this car. So in order to win, you know, it's got to be completely original. Next to that, of course, everybody knows something of this. This is a 599 GTO Enzo engine. These things sound incredible. And then I think back there is the body of another XK120. And this is like a 308 GTB that started off as an aluminum body car, but the owner of this car wanted to make it like a project, so it's got these wider wheel arches. You can tell by the roll cage it's going to be a track car. So this is just going to be a very fun little track toy for somebody. Okay, so we are at the breakers where Cavallino will take place, but before we look at any Ferraris, very familiar to the YouTube channel, Sparky 188's Huayra Roadster, yellow with all the blue carbon bits. Of course, the custom crowns on the headrest, custom cup holder right there for the Starbucks drink. This cup holder right here is literally made specifically for the exact size of a Starbucks cup. And there's only 3 Huayras, I believe, with cup holders, and they're all owned by Sparky 18888. And then let's turn around from here, and you can kind of see something through the bushes there. Let's go see what it is. So coming around the bushes, and it is a white on black Chiron. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Super clean spec, not overdone. Very nice. Very good Panda spec. The only kind of non-black or white bits on it are the brake calipers in red. But yeah, like you don't really see a lot of them. Don't have weird funky colors anywhere. Pretty cool. Matte gray TDF. And then under the covers here, as you can tell, yellow Enzo. This is an F40 LM. We're gonna see this tomorrow. And this right here is an FXX Enzo. Here we have a red TDF. Pretty cool black stripes. So it's F50 with a soft top on. Definitely good thing it has a soft top on right now. It's a really cool and clean 355. It's gated as well, red interior. I don't know if I've ever seen a red interior 355 before. But man, we have all these cars under the covers. You know, obviously we saw these, but we have a Monza right there. Then we have an F40. And then, so here we have a US F40. And I always talk about the difference between the US one and the European one. And now we actually have both of them next to each other. So look at how big this plastic piece is right here. If we look at this one, it's just a small one. So the small one would be a European spec. And this is a US spec, but the US specs are actually a lot more rare. Next to that here under the cover, it's kind of easy to tell. There's the humps in the back. It's a 550 Barchetta, the last ever numbered Ferrari. So 448 made, front engine V12 convertible, manual, the recipe for a classic, and you actually know which one your car is. After this, they only said one of whatever you had. Here it actually tells you which one your car is. Next up is this Daytona and this F50 right here with the hardtop on. So here we have the 288 GTO, the 512 TR, another US spec F40, which are really rare. There's 200 something of them, and there's 2 of them here. Probably more than 2 with all the cars here, but white 512 BBI, very sick. 458 undercover. 360, which normally I wouldn't point out except for 2 things. One, this is a gated manual 360 Spider, and also Ontario plates. So also from Canada. This, I'm honestly not 100% sure what this is. Then we have a Dino right here, a TDF under the cover, and then the Monza, another F40. The American Testarossa. This thing is freaking awesome. And yeah, next to the TDF. So many crazy cars here, and we're just starting. I mean, tomorrow's gonna be crazy compared to this. I really wonder what's under here, right? Enzo, FXX, F40 LM, regular Enzo. Too bad the lift is up though. I think this one was a car week. 250 Lusso, and honestly, I don't know what that is.
That's literally what I said.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna explain to Jason how the roof works on the 575 Super America. So this thing pops up and goes up, and then it folds here, right? So the roof stays here.
Yeah,
the thing is,
and then the water collects.
exactly,
So
all the water collects here. So when you want to take a shower,
inside.
you just close the roof and you're fine. And then you clean the interior like that, self-cleaning, okay? So here we have the 575 Super America, but there we have the 512 Super Duper America. The F50 has started up. F50 right there. I think there's probably like 4 of them here. .430 Spider, which normally is nothing special, but I looked at the steering wheel. I don't see any paddle shifters, and it is gated. Let's go. Oh, chopper. But 599 GTO, all the carbon bits. Ontario plates though, and old Ontario plates. I've never even seen a picture of this car in Canada, so I don't even know if this car ever made it to Canada. Overall good spec, but I mean, it's got the Scud wheels, Scud stripes. It's not a Scud though, it's a cool car. Like, I don't know why you gotta fake it, but then 296 is pretty cool. Matte black, A12, a lot of Bentleys, Rolls Royces, piece of Spider, A12 GTSs. Lot's getting pretty full, but everybody's trying to cover up. So I'm not gonna lie, I could have come here and kind of faked my reaction to see if it's a gated one or not, but I already had the real reaction. They saw it. But 575 Super America R's would come out, and when I walk through here, I don't see any paddle shifters. So, boom, it's a gated car. I think like 5 or 10% of these came in gated, like none of them at all. The price of a gated car is about double the price of a paddle shift car. So there's this really cool display here in the back. Got an 812 GTS, 296, 550, another 812, very cool white 812 comp. I really like the spec of this one. Next up we have the Pista Spider, actually from Toronto. Rosso Dino Ferrari 812. So this is like an orangish red. So you see compared to this one's a lot more orange. And a pretty cool spec Pista Spider right here. And then a 599 GTB, but it has like the GTO style wheels. I actually kind of like that. Last but not least is this LaFerrari. Very cool red spec with the silver wheels. Can't go wrong with that. The really cool thing about this LaFerrari is that it's a European spec. You notice this by the plate frames right here. They're made for European plates. If you look closely though, that was the full racing harnesses, which never came on the North American cars, and it has the more aggressive seat. So this is a Euro spec car, which is pretty cool. So ending off the night, we're about to go home, but then Zach had to call and say this is a Chiron.
You know what I mean? It's just that classic look. You know what I mean? Veteran move.
Yeah, the ZB look. If I would have walked through here, there would have been no Chiron, but it's ZB that walked through.
What a play.
What a play.